Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
Imagine in your mind there's three letters, the letter A, the letter I, and the letter R. And what those three letters represent is A is action, the things that we do. I is the inspiration, or what Simon Sinek calls the why, or the purpose or passion. And then R is the roadblock, the internal stuff in between our ears, and the external, the environment, politics, inflation, food prices, house prices. So for a lot of years, the R dominated my life. And what that R did is it distethered me from the I and the A. And so I think often what happens is that our world gets colored by negative life experience. Trauma is, a key example of that. It creates a narrative. My narrative was, I'm not worth it. I don't deserve this. I'm a piece of, So that roadblock, unchecked, will drive the action and the purpose or inspiration to change. For me, I was lucky enough. First of all, I didn't have the tools to solve this on my own. When you listen to the bio or you listen to the story, you're absolutely right, Evan. That story, it's this beautiful arc. It's like Rocky 1. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't do this. I had 1,000, 10,000 people helping and supporting me because the R's were so big in my life. So when I'm talking to people who are really stuck in the ditch, it's to try and surround them with people who can be like Gus, encourage them, because if we had the skill sets to unstuck ourselves, we would have done it by now. Because I still get stuck too. It's like, okay, great story. I'm still a human being today. I get depressed. I get distethered. I get anxious. The world today is an anxious place to live in. And so I count on people to help me navigate those roadblocks. So for a lot of years, if I can just speak to the I and the A, if you've got a story of being stuck, or you got a history of failure, or you got a background in trauma, or you got stories that you tell yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not this enough, why would you take any action? You've already made your mind up. And there's some brain science behind why we do that. It's called the conservation of energy. And it's part of the fight or flight mechanism that when we are in crisis or dealing with challenge or change, we don't give energy to that which we deem non-essential, because we need that energy to fight or flight. This is why wellness is a difficult thing to embed into culture and embed into people. This is why health and fitness goals fail. It's not that we're weak. It's just that the mind says, I don't need that for survival. Why do it? Well, the same thing with somebody who's dealing with a roadblock. If I failed all my life, why would I go back to school? I'm dumb. So the actions aren't getting taken to discover our potential and possibility. And then that there is no impetus. There is no purpose. There is no greater reason why I ought to change. So when I'm looking at somebody, or if I'm coaching somebody, or if I'm being a dad, it's like, there's three things I want to know. Are you stuck? Are you distethered? There's no motivation. Or do you just not know what to do next? Is it action? Is it inspiration? Is it roadblock? And then manage those three levers. And you can take somebody and help them get 30 days sober, or you can help somebody write their first book, or you can teach somebody how to walk across the second widest country on earth.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.